Hey there, I'm Gigi and welcome to the channel. History? War? Isn't that like super depressing? But history is more than just dates and battles. It's about stories, the human experience, and sometimes downright weird and fascinating things. Today we're diving deep into history to uncover some mind-blowing fun facts about historical wars. Let's get this historical party started. Alright, let's kick things off with a bang, or rather a trumpet blast, because we're talking about war elephants. These weren't just your average elephants, these were the tanks of their time. Giant, armored behemoths that could trample enemy soldiers and break through lines. Imagine an army of thousands clashing on an open battlefield, and then a rumble that shakes the earth. As the dust settles, the enemy sees war elephants adorned in armor, charging with unstoppable force. From Alexander the Great to the Punic Wars, war elephants were a force to be reckoned with. Now let's fast forward to World War I and talk about pigeons. Those park birds were once vital members of the armed forces. Before instant communication, pigeons were the OG messengers of the sky. In the trenches of WWII, communication lines were cut, and soldiers were desperate to relay messages. Enter the humble pigeon, trained to carry messages over dangerous territory. Some pigeons became war heroes like Cher Ami, who saved nearly 200 American soldiers. Next time you see a pigeon, give it a nod of respect for its extraordinary service. Let's talk about the Trojan War and the infamous Trojan Horse. For 10 years, the Greeks laid siege to Troy, unable to break through its walls. Odysseus, the cunning Greek hero, devised a plan. The Greeks pretended to sail away, leaving a giant wooden horse. The Trojans wheeled the horse inside, unaware it was filled with Greek soldiers. Under darkness, the Greeks emerged, opening the city gates, and Troy fell by cunning and deception. Back to WWII, where amidst the death and destruction, a glimmer of hope emerged on Christmas Eve 1914. Imagine, it's Christmas Eve and the trenches are quiet. Carols drift across no man's land. Soldiers on both sides lay down their arms, meeting as fellow human beings. They exchanged gifts, shared stories, and even played football. The Christmas Truce was a testament to hope and compassion, a reminder of our shared humanity. Now, let's talk about a war tactic that's equal parts ingenious and terrifying. Flaming pigs. In ancient times, pigs were used as incendiary weapons, creating chaos on the battlefield. Imagine, you're a soldier and suddenly you see a herd of pigs charging towards you, engulfed in flames. Panic ensues as these squealing fireballs sow chaos among your ranks. The ancient Romans documented the use of flaming pigs as a countermeasure against war elephants. Flaming pigs, a weapon so bizarre and effective, deserve a place in the annals of weird war tactics. Hold on to your hats, folks, because the Battle of Karansebes is so ridiculous, you'd swear it was made up. In 1788, the Austrian army managed to engage in a battle so epically misguided that it became legendary. Picture this, it's nighttime, and the Austrian army is camped out, preparing for a potential battle. A group of soldiers, perhaps too enthusiastic about their schnapps, stumbled upon Romani travelers selling alcohol. A scuffle broke out, shots were fired, and the entire Austrian camp was in disarray, convinced they were under attack. By the time the dust settled, thousands of Austrian soldiers lay dead or wounded, all at the hands of their own comrades. Throughout history, women have often been relegated to the sidelines of war. But women have always been active participants, taking up arms, leading armies, and fighting with courage. From the fierce Amazon warriors to Queen Boudica, women have proven they can hold their own on the battlefield. Let's not forget women who disguised themselves as men to fight, like Deborah Sampson in the American Revolutionary War. And the women who played vital roles behind the scenes as spies, nurses, and strategists. Now, let's talk about one of the most successful military forces in history, the Mongol Empire. Led by Genghis Khan, the Mongols swept across Asia and Europe, leaving an indelible mark on the world. They were masters of horseback riding, archery, and psychological warfare, often employing fear to break the will of their enemies. But the Mongols weren't just ruthless conquerors. They were also adaptable and tolerant rulers. The Mongol Empire, though brutal in its conquests, left a lasting legacy, shaping political boundaries and facilitating cultural exchange. War isn't just fought on battlefields, it's also waged in the hearts and minds of the people. During WWII, propaganda became a powerful weapon, used to rally support, demonize enemies, and shape public opinion. From iconic posters to radio broadcasts, propaganda permeated every aspect of life during the war. Governments used every tool to sway the masses, depicting heroic soldiers and encouraging citizens to contribute to the war effort. While some propaganda aimed to inspire patriotism, others resorted to fear-mongering and lies, blurring the lines between truth and fiction. Now let's journey back to medieval Spain for a war that spanned nearly 8 centuries, the Reconquista. This wasn't just a single conflict. It was a series of battles, sieges, and political maneuvers. For centuries, Christian kingdoms in the north fought to reclaim territory from the Muslim Al-Andalus in the south. The Reconquista was a complex conflict, with periods of intense warfare and moments of peace and cultural exchange. The fall of Granada in 1492 marked the end of the Reconquista, but its legacy continued to influence Spanish history. So there you have it, 10 mind-blowing fun facts about historical wars that prove the past is anything but boring. Thanks for joining me on this wild ride through history. If you enjoyed these fun facts, give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and let me know in the comments which fact surprised you the most. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those brain cogs turning.